And it looks like we're back. Greater Columbus still looking to come into the blocks here. But looks like we'll be underway just in a moment. Brian, you also asked about my highlights here.
Yeah.
You know, I think in addition to the people, I think watching how this sport continues to grow and evolve. You know, certainly talking to Mixer Media and like learning how they operate with the drones, like being able to give the shots to everybody, like hearing how the crowd is responding to, you know, the information and the messaging that we're putting out to them too. Like that's also been really fun. I don't think I've been a part of an event either as a commentator or as a coach, like in, you know, I'm going to say 12 plus years, that has had a crew that has responded as well as this group. And I think that has a lot to do just with the location and the vicinity of where everything is. The fact that you can watch the start of the race on the Jumbotron and then be so close to the race course where you know that the athletes can hear you. Maybe not all the way over in lane 1, but definitely here in the lanes like 6, 7, and 8. I think watching how the spectators have really responded to that. And of course, I gotta love the regatta dogs, the babies, and of course the seahorse, right? Like just big shout out to the seahorse, whoever that is. I think that's Hampton Roads. So
I want a reasoning behind that too. Not that you have to explain every single thing, but I want to know why a seahorse? Why
that's
not?
Their mascot.
That is their mascot?
That is their mascot.
Oh, okay.
If you walk up on the tent.
Then that makes sense then, okay.
Yeah. And we have a start here. So running it back again in lane 2, Indianapolis Rowing Club. Lane 3, Western Reserve. Lane 4, Ann Arbor. Lane 5, Capital. Lane 6, Greater Columbus. And lane 7, composite of Detroit Boat Club and Tampa Athletics Club. And it looks like that boat from Tampa is going to go charging out forward with, that's going to be Ann Arbor. So 2 kind of Michigan programs here starting to take the early lead, but they are joined by Indianapolis and Western Reserve out there in lanes 2 and 3. So right now in your first 30 seconds of the race or so, you've got 4 boats charging and vying to put their bow first. And Brian, it looks like we've kind of got 2 races going on. We've got that front pack out here. It looks like lane 2 has decided to break away. That's going to be Indianapolis out there now with about a half a length lead. There's the crowd that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
With about a half a length lead over those other crews, it looks like Ann Arbor and that composite crew have started to move past Western Reserve in lane 3. So that's going to be your first charge. But then look at this battle going on between Capital and Greater Columbus in 5 and 6. They're still dueling it out, going stroke for stroke, minute and a half in, so still a long way to go here. But that Detroit crew at the bottom, Tampa Athletic Club crew, that's going to be the composite, they're looking really strong. And, it almost looks like they're just staying really low and long and just waiting to see if somebody else jumps out so they can react. I wouldn't be surprised if this may be a crew that has a strong sprint, that they're just kind of saying, hey, let's stay with the pack, and then once we hit the red buoys, then we'll hit the gas. But we'll have to wait to see it. That's going to be the crew of Nicole, Lisa, Paul, Christopher, Charles, Lorraine, Melanie, and Robert.
Yeah, top 3 medals, 4 on water right now in competition for that top spot. As you mentioned, Indianapolis lane 2 and Detroit, Tampa in lane 7. I would say those two I should say, are probably the front runners, with Ann Arbor slightly behind, followed by Western Reserve. But plenty of race to go here still. See if we can get a late push from either of these boats.
These crews quickly approaching the grandstand here. Last 250 to go in this final. The battle continues with that composite crew in lane 7 and Indianapolis in lane 2. Ann Arbor making a charge to continue to hold that lead over Western Reserve in lane 3. But here they come. That front pack, those two crews, it looks like lane 7 is going to lead the charge here. Can they oust Indianapolis for that gold medal? It's going to come down to the line here with about 3 strokes to go here.
Wow.
Brian, I'm going to have to give it to that composite crew, but we'll have to wait. Again, our camera is on an angle, but it looks like lane 7, 2, 4, and 3 are going to be your unofficial leaders here.
Yeah, let's see what Time Team has, because that was extremely close, less than a second, 0.91 second difference between second and first. And yes, the composite right now listed as the gold medal winner of that event. What a finish we had, 3.24 from third to first. Indianapolis silver right now, and the Ann Arbor squad unofficially bronze.
That battle